Good day everyone. Today I will discuss on how to factor a quadratic equation in a step-by-step process. Without further ado, let us get started. Let us have example number 1. The given quadratic equation is x squared plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. The first step in factoring. Factor the x square. The factor of x square is x and x. When we get its product, x times x is equal to x square. We already done with x square. To complete the factors of the given quadratic equation, we need to find the two numbers. To find the two numbers from the remaining terms, which is 4x and 4, get their numerical coefficient of the two terms, which is 4 and 4. The numerical coefficient of the second term, which is 4, represent the sum of the two number, and the numerical coefficient of the third term, which is 4, represent the product of the two number. Here is what we do. Think two numbers when you multiply the product is 4, and when you add the sum is 4. Let us try the positive 2 and positive 2. Let us check. When we multiply, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And when we add, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Then, the positive 2 and positive 2 satisfy the sum and product of the two numbers. So, the missing two number is positive 2 and positive 2. Therefore, the factor of the given quadratic equation is x plus 2 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. This is how you find the factors of a quadratic equation. Let us have example number 2. The given quadratic equation is x squared plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. First, find the factor of x squared. The factor of x squared is equal to x and x. When we get its product, x times x is equal to x squared. We already done with the factor of x squared. To complete the factors, we need to find the two numbers using the remaining terms, which is 7x and 12. Get the numerical coefficient of the remaining terms, which is 7 and 12. The numerical coefficient of the second term, which is positive 7, represent the sum of the two numbers. And the numerical coefficient of the third term, which is positive 12, represent the product of the two numbers. So, think two number when we multiply the result is positive 12. And when you add the result is positive 7. The two numbers are positive 3 and positive 4. Let us check. When you multiply positive 3 times positive 4, the result is positive 12. And when you add positive 3 plus positive 4 is equal to positive 7. The two numbers satisfy the sum and product of the two numbers. So, the missing numbers are positive 3 and positive 4. Therefore, the factor of the given quadratic equation is x plus 3 times x plus 4 is equal to 0. Let us have example number 3. The given quadratic equation is x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. As you can see, the given equation is not typically in three terms, or what we call the standard form of quadratic equation. Actually, this form is the simplified form of the given equation. To make this in three terms, the given equation can be written in this way. So, we have x squared plus. Since we have no second term, then, we can insert 0x minus 9 is equal to 0. There you go. We have now three terms. Let us now proceed in finding the factors of the given equation. As usual, get the factor of x squared, which is x and x. When you multiply, the product is x squared. Next, let us now move on in finding the two number using the numerical coefficient of the second term and the third term, which is 0x and negative 9 respectively. The numerical coefficient of the second term is 0, which is represented by the sum of the two numbers. And the numerical coefficient of the third term is negative 9, which is represented by the product of the two numbers. Now let us find a two number when we multiply, the product is negative 9. And when we add, the sum is 0. Let us try positive 3 and positive 3. When we multiply the positive 3 times positive 3, the product is positive 9, which is not satisfy the product of the two number, which is negative 9. To be able to have a product of negative, make the other number will be negative. So, the two number is positive 3 and negative 3. So, when we multiply the positive 3 times to negative 3 is equal to negative 9. And when we add positive 3 plus negative 3 is equal to 0. because positive plus negative will end up to subtraction. Therefore, 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, positive 3 and negative 3 is satisfy the sum and product of the two number. So the missing number is positive 3 and negative 3. Therefore, the factor of the given quadratic equation is x plus 3 times x minus 3 is equal to 0. Let us have example number 4. The given quadratic equation is x squared minus 3x minus 54 is equal to 0. Let us now proceed in finding the factors of the given equation. Same process. Get the factor of x squared, which is x and x. When you multiply, the product is x squared. And next, find the two numbers using the numerical coefficient of the second and the third term, which is negative 3x and negative 54 respectively. The numerical coefficient of the second term is negative 3, which is represented by the sum of the two numbers. And the numerical coefficient of the third term is negative 54, which is represented by the product of the two numbers. Let us try two number. When we multiply, the product is negative 54. And when we add, the sum is negative 3. The two number are positive 6 and negative 9. Let us check. When we multiply positive 6 times negative 9, the product is negative 54. And when we add, the positive 6 plus negative 9 is equal to negative 3. Then, positive 6 and negative 9 is satisfy the sum and product of the two number. So, the missing number is positive 6 and negative 9. Therefore, the factor is x plus 6 times x minus 9 is equal to 0. This is how to find the factors of a quadratic equations.
For more videos on mathematics, please don't forget to subscribe.